Welcome to the narrowboat that James built. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me on the boat today. You'd have seen on the last video that you left me with a big stack of all the hatch linings, which had the trim kind of hanging off. It was the quickest way to get it done. I just needed to get them glued down last night. So I now got to start to trim them back, make them all neat. So this is one of the boards. The idea is I'm just using my tenon saw to knock back the edges here that I've, from those bits I put on. I've just got to take back the edges of it. I can file them down, but some of them it's easier to go at it with the tenon. So now I've trimmed down the board a bit. This is what it's looking like. And I just really want to smarten up the edges, get off any little rough bits, any dry bits of glue and stuff. This is going to sound a bit weird, and then I need to rough them up and then start gluing them again. And like I said, I quite like doing these types of tasks at night. It's just quite therapeutic. So the boards have been filed down, sanded down lots, and I've put some on, just some, well, where those joins are, I've just put some filler on, just some all-weather filler, stuff that you can use in marine environments. So leaving them to dry for an hour or two, sand them down again, apply some more glue, and then it's time to put the Zinzir on. So these have now had some time to dry. I'm going to go about just giving them another bit more sanding, and then I'm going to apply the primer to them so that they can dry overnight and be attached tomorrow. Well, it's getting pretty late now, but I've had to do so many different treatments to these boards. I really wanted this Zinzir on before bedtime, so that it could really kind of dry overnight, because once this is on, then at least I've got a solid colour, and then I can get them put up and they'll look reasonable, as opposed to just bits of timber, which I really just didn't want because it's so unfinished. That at least this is going to be, as I said, a solid block of colour. I can put the fittings on it, I can get them working and get them fit for purpose, as it were, and not have to worry too much about it. But unlike the walls, which can't be taken off and painted, they obviously can be painted in situ. But these really needed so much treatment because they're going to be so close to the outside that they really need to be done as they are, as boards, as opposed to attached to the boat. But now this bit's done. Just had 2 coats of lacquer, 2 coats of glue. The back's been blacked, and now it's had its first coat of Zinzir, bullseye 1, 2, 3. And I'm really happy with the outcome. I mean, they're not finished by any stretch, but at least I've got the 6 panels done. Again, anything with narrow boats, it's just repetition. It's the same thing over and over again. So 6 of these, and I don't know, I made a rod for my own back, making them thicker and putting the border on them and stuff. But really, I only want to do this once, so I wanted to get it done right. And so it's a whole day, but so be it. I can get them put up tomorrow morning, and then I can move on to other things. Okay, so the hatch linings have been drying overnight. They're pretty good, quite happy with them, how they've gone through. They need a bit of sanding down still. I don't think the brush I used to apply it was very good. Either that or I was tired. But you know what, it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that they've got a lump of colour on them, so when they go onto the boards today, onto the hatches today, they're going to look all right. It's going to give it a better feel than what it's currently got now, which is exposed steel. Okay, so one of the things I've got to do is clean up just the door of this. So I'm using one of these rotary iron brushes, steel brushes, whatever they are. Safety goggles on for this one. Whoa, bloody hell. That's not going to work. I need to clamp that in place. Right, let's see if this works. Right, so here I've just put on one of the linings. Obviously it's dry, and the idea is it's just clamped in place, and it's just to make sure that I've got the movement correct, so that it opens and closes properly. Got to say, even now, the fact that it's even just like that, this door feels so different. Whatever way I position it, it stays, as opposed to it always falling back and that horrible metal clinking sound. So I think this is going to be quite transformational on the boat, having these in. So I've got it in place. I am now ready to drill from the outside. Okay, so the first board has been sikaflexed into position. Now it's the time to go through and drill it through. Now, I'm using my trusted magnetic wristband, which is once again proven to be very useful. Checking I'm not going to go all the way through. Now, I said it's not too important where I am on the board. Now, I know what the comments were on the video yesterday about the countersink. The problem is I haven't got the right size drill bit. I think the guy said it should be a 15 or an 18 or something. I just don't have anything like that. I think I go up to 7 is the big one. 8. Right, the next one I need to countersink that more. I just wanted you to see if you can see this. I just wanted you to see that the sikaflex, as I screw in, the sikaflex is coming through the hole onto the screw, because the idea is, what I wanted to do is make sure there was a seal between the stainless steel screw and the mild steel, so there is no risk of corrosion. That's pretty much as tight as it can go, and that's nice. You'll see round there how the sikaflex has all come through, so I know on the inside of that countersink it's all nicely protected. Right, so here's the hatch from the inside. It's on. See what I mean? It kind of, if I put it there, it just stays there, and if I want it to put it there, it just stays there. And even there, it just stays there. That is so cool. Right, now, next one. So, now I've kind of learnt my mistakes on that one, and well, not mistakes, but I've kind of worked out the best way of going about fixing it. I'm ready for this one. Oh, that better not be the door. Hang on. That better be the wrong panel. Aha! Yes, there we go. That's more like it. So obviously it needs to sit a bit higher to allow for the trim, like that one has. But even when it does, that is a nice flush line going through the middle of those two. Yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. Okay, so let's get that one on. Well, let's have a brew first. So I'm just taking a little bit of break from the hatches, but as you can see, the two behind me are done. But Paul's wife has just dropped off a bowl of lovely soup and some bread. So I'm going to tuck in. This is gorgeous, and it's homemade, and it's hot. So if you're watching, thank you so much. You're a star. Excellent. Now obviously it's not perfectly shut yet because I haven't got the lock on it, but I'm very, very happy with the lines of that. So I'm going to see if I can finish the hatch doors and do the two at the front. Here it is in place. Well, the hatches are done, all apart from just the locks that need to be put on them, but all the lining's done, and it's made a huge difference, not just to the feel of the actual doors when you open and close them, but the sound and the acoustics in the boat, the feel of the place. It feels so much warmer without those bits of steel just there, and it looks so much nicer than the bits of rusty steel with oversprayed insulation on them. So these two sets here, so these and the galley set, have gone in really, really well. I'm so happy with them, and they're the better two. The other ones in the bedroom, not so good. I'll show you, it's not much light in there, but the reason for these ones not being as good is because this is on an angle, which doesn't help. The actual frame, the batten I put to it is true, but the frame looks like it's on a slight angle. So as a result, oops, yeah, the hatch has got a bit of a wonk to it at that edge just there. So I'm gonna have to put a fill in there somehow. But obviously it needs some trim to go on it still, so yeah. But it's really, really made a huge difference. So I'm really happy with the outcome of that. It's been a good day. Got to, as I said, put the locks on, so I'll do that tonight. But now I've got to go and sort out the fireplace. I think you can just about see it there with all the crap around. Yep, there it is. There's a stove just hiding there. I've now got to give that a permanent home. So that's the plan for tonight and tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed watching the hatches go in. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.